Something about by the end of this year is what I'm hearing. Give us till the end of this year. I am speaking to a collective who is heavily aligned to receiving some sort of victory, success milestone, some new chapter that is approaching at this time. And I feel like December is extremely significant for this. For some of you, this is like launching an idea that's already been brewing. So for me, this feels like it's not something that's going to be new, okay? This feels like something that has been planned, that has been prepared, and is going to have its roots like rooted down by December, something about this growing exponentially, or at least starting, okay? And I feel like whatever this is putting you in a position of higher authority in your life. So whether this is like some sort of promotion, raise, new job opportunity, you starting your own business, I do feel like parenthood could be significant for you as well. There's something about this development though that is taking place. And I'm getting a message of this also for a lot of you in this collective. It feels like this is something to do with going against the grain or against even your family's wishes. So take that if it resonates. But I do feel like there's been a collective here that was pushed to do something with their lives by their family, by their parents, people who had heavy influence on you growing up. And there's something about you choosing to go a different direction. And maybe that caused some grief for the people who were pushing this idea on you. But again, you're recognizing that that wasn't actually aligned to you. You've stepped into alignment to what is aligned for you. And that's why you're gaining the success and why this thing feels ready. It feels ripe and ready to release, to put out in the world, or to receive. Okay, so again, take this always as it resonates, but let's get you some more information. For the collective, what is it by end of the year that you would like them to know or receive? Okay, so you have Death here on the bottom, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Sun. You're about to receive some sort of answer or clarity on something that has been causing you some confusion. Again, this feels like this is an alignment to something you've been actively working towards, but there have been some questions as to like exactly how this was going to fully come into reality, or certain details that you're still waiting on clarity around, okay? This kind of knotted web energy where there may be like a lot of different ideas in how to approach this or how to release this or how to do this thing. And so if you are feeling a bit confused about the next steps, that clarity is going to hit you. And I feel like you're going to be able to make a decision, or you're going to receive direct communication. For some of you, this could be like receiving good news, receiving an answer to a question. Okay, there's some sort of clarity or breakthrough that is going to be coming in that's going to make you very, very happy. Okay, with the Sun, this is the happiest card in the deck. This is so abundant. This is so prosperous. And I feel like whatever it is, again, because you chose the path of what is aligned to your soul versus what was wished of you from your upbringing or the people that you had in your life, that is also giving your inner child a lot to celebrate as well, because the Sun energy always gives me like inner child happiness also. So more play, more freedom, breaking free from, again, like expectations of other people and just doing something that feels good for you and actually seeing it be successful, and actually receiving the level of respect and admiration for whatever this is as well. And so with the Death here, I feel like there is a closure of a chapter and a way of living, and again, a way of living for other people. I feel like that's really what you've been closing out, is like, yes, we can still be empathetic, and yes, we can still, focus on building community and be caring and empathetic, but there's something about you living your life for you. Closing out, again, this chapter and rebirthing, transforming through this identity of living a life that is soul-led, that you yourself have decided to align to, versus listening to the voices of everybody else around you. That feels to be the biggest transformation that this collective has been enduring. And so again, that's how you're going to know that this is your message, because you are aligned to this energy. This is what you've been feeling. This is what you've been working towards, again, embodying, making sure that you are moving in your most authentic alignment. Okay, tell me more. I did see the Five of Cups peek out just for a second. So there's something about, like disappointments, redirections that took place on your path that you're going to kind of see why those things had to happen and the way in which your life was still forming to give you this total happiness and fulfillment. And we have the High Priestess with the King of Cups. This King of Cups energy has been showing up a lot for this collective. I really feel like this could be significant for you in regards to like another person who is providing you this clarity, okay? This could be, again, like some sort of offer, some sort of communication that puts things in motion or solidifies what it is that you've already been working so that you can release this, okay? So this could be like maybe an investor of some sort, a collaborator, a mentor, somebody who's going to provide you either the resources or the clarity around something that is going to have you be ready and like not have to wait for anything else for this to finally come to fruition, or just receiving that confirmation that it is all working out and it's ready for you now. There is still some energy though that's being hidden from you. I do feel like while you're very intuitive, you're very in tune and you're tapped in and recognizing that you are aligned, that it is time to receive, you're feeling it in your body. You know that it's close. You know that things are going to take off. You know that things are going to be successful in whatever this is you've been dedicating your time and energy towards. There's still some secrecy as to like exactly the how. And I feel like that is for a reason, because I feel like when this comes in, it's going to come as a bit of a surprise, but something that feels so good to you, where there's no question that this is what has been prepared by the divine. It feels like, yeah, something that you've been like praying out for, trying to get clarity on, trying to get that proof, asking out, praying, saying like, please show me that this is working. Please show me that I'm aligned. First of all, this message is confirmation that you absolutely are aligned. But outside of that, there's something that's going to be coming in again in the form of communication. I do feel like text, emails, calls could also be significant. So make sure that you're checking those things. But this is like receiving some sort of praise from somebody completely unexpected, somebody who is in a higher position, really valuing what you're doing, okay, recommending you for this job if it's a promotion, right? Or yeah, somebody who just wants to like invest in you emotionally, energetically, and for some of you financially as well. Ooh, okay. Death again, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, and Three of Swords. Whatever this is, Five of Pentacles, I feel like this is the chapter that's closing out for you, okay? This feeling of lack, of heartbreak, of being in so much pain because the way that your path has kind of taken you on so many different directions. It's been extremely painful. You've had to lean a lot on blind faith, blind trust, but all of this is being transmuted to higher knowledge, okay? Knowledge that you're going to use in this next abundant chapter of your life. It has been a long journey. It's not something that took just overnight. This is something you've been dedicated to, that you've been putting in the necessary time, energy, and attention towards to watch it bear fruit, to watch it transform within your life. And I do feel like, again, this feeling of kind of lack and hurt that you've been undergoing, that's what's closing out here. And I feel like those feelings as well made you start to doubt, even if slightly, that this was going to come to fruition. I feel like you've been receiving a lot of messages about the end of this year. And so again, this is confirmation for that. But because it hasn't happened, even though you were being told, okay, wait till the end of the year. I know we're in November when I'm recording this. There's still a part of you that's like, really? Like, is it really going to happen by the end of the year? And I feel like that kind of distraction or the deterring of your energy is allowing the divine to bring this in again in a bit of a surprising way. Now, this is going to look different for every single person. So it could come in the form of an idea that you finally take action on. It could be some confirmation that you are aligned to, pursuing a certain thing. For others of you, this is something you have been working towards, actively manifesting, actively aligning to and stepping towards with your aligned action. Like you've been moving towards this, and that's why it's coming in. You're going to feel very blessed. You're going to feel very abundant, so happy, so fulfilled with that sun energy. I was hearing the sun will come out tomorrow as well, and it's very rainy where I live at the moment. So it's been rainy, it's been cloudy. Okay, there's been pain, there's been disruption along your path, a lot of disappointment, but the sun's about to come out and it's going to illuminate everything that you've been through and make sense of the reasoning. When this comes in, it's going to feel so, so sweet, and you earned it. I love you.